Welcome everyone, Bill Dow here. Super excited about this topic. In this topic, we're going to talk about a PMO methodology. Why I'm so excited about this topic is this is such a confusing topic, right? And I don't know why we get it so confused, but we do. Over the course of the last 20 years running a PMO, right, I've learned some tips and tricks to be successful, and I want to teach them to you today. Today I'm running my largest PMO to date, 37 employees, over 100 active projects, and really one of the best companies in the world. So when I think about PMO methodologies, I think quite differently than what we think about in the industry, right? Often I hear some topics around, hey, let's build this PMO methodology, and it's just confusing, right? Here's an example. I was reading an article from a large Canadian university, and it read the project management office has developed a project management methodology based on recognized best practices, PMI, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm going, wait a second. I just Googled PMO methodology, and I had a Canadian university talking about a project management methodology. That doesn't make sense, right? I'm Googling PMO methodologies, and I get back project management methodologies. Can you see why I'm confused? Okay, let's keep Googling for a sec, all right? Yeah, lots of the same results, but what we're seeing is we're seeing project management methodology, program management methodology, portfolio management methodologies, but very few PMO methodology. Is there none? Of course not, right? There's PMO methodologies. There's PMO value ring, there's agile PMO methodologies, but across the board, there's very few PMO methodologies. So we're not completely lost in this conversation, right? But it's clearly a very confusing topic in the industry, and that's why I'm so excited about covering it today. Okay, so what I want to do is what I want to tell you and what I believe is a PMO methodology, and what I believe some of the key steps are, right? Listen, I've written lots of articles, books, videos on the topic. I'm not going to go line by line through these, right? It's important, and I want to be very clear on this. You can go buy the books, you can go watch those articles, read or watch the videos, read the articles, whatever. But what I want to do is I want to define today what I believe are the steps needed for a PMO methodology. First, what do you need to do to build your PMO? Number two, what do you need to do to run your PMO? And number three, what do you need to do to shut down your PMO? Those are the three buckets. That's it. Build it, run it, and eventually shut it down. Does that make sense? Okay. Before I continue though, let me ask you a question. Do you understand the differences in the PMO methodologies, and what PMO methodology are you using in your own PMO? Comment below. Let me know what you're thinking, because I am dying to hear, because there's such confusion in the industry, and I want to make sure we're all on the same page. Okay, when we look at some of the wider known PMO methodologies, and there are some of the same characteristics out there, really. There really are when you're looking at the PMO value ring or some agile PMO methodologies, right? And I put these in my books as well. But I can tell you that these PMO methodologies are not project management, they're not program management, and they're not portfolio management. And do you know why that is? Right? Why can I so strongly say PMO methodologies are not project management, program, and portfolio? That's because the methodologies are not applicable to every PMO. So it doesn't make sense. So for example, for a supportive PMO, would you have a program management methodology? You could, but not likely. Would you have a project management methodology for a supportive PMO? You could, but not likely. But you could. I'm not saying you can't. What I'm saying is for a directive PMO, a controlling PMO, those are the ones where you would have project management methodologies or program management or even portfolio management, but not PMO methodologies, and that's the core concept of this video. We're talking about what are PMO methodologies. Okay, make sense? Okay, and frankly, it is tricky, right? So what I want you to do is I want you to think about those three steps. What do you need to build, run, and shut down? And where do you need to apply them on your existing PMO, right? So you need to look at where your PMO is in the life of the PMO to determine which one of those three things you would use. For example, if you're just starting a PMO, you're going to look to build. What are the steps to build the PMO? If you've been running a PMO for 10, 20, 15, whatever years, so it's been running for a while, you're going to look at some of the build steps. You may have forgotten those, but you're also going to look at what are the run steps. And if maybe you're running a program-based PMO and the program's about to shut down, you'd look at the shutdown steps, right? So these are the three main components: building it, running it, or shutting down. That is the basis of a PMO methodology. Does that make sense? I just want to be super clear, because there's so much confusion out there. And when Canadian universities say, hey, we've got a PMO methodology, and they go off into project management, you can see why that's so confusing. Quick reminder, if you like this topic, you like this story, please like and subscribe to the channel. Please comment down below though. I'm really interested in what you think are from a PMO methodology perspective. And if you like this video, I got a great next video on PMO governance structures and getting those set up. And is there any confusion around that as well? And I've added it right here in the channel as well, or on the video, so you can just grab that. Sit back, watch that one as well, and I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, and I'll see you online.